What's up, everyone? Matt Turner here from the Stardom Cast. I know you might be saying, Matt, what's with the beanie? The Kawada beanie, by the way. You usually have a luscious head of hair. You would be right. But today's Saturday, my only day off from work while I'm working in the podcast room. The Stardom Cast work never stops. But also earlier this morning, folks, another about 2 more inches of snow. So we've got a little bit over a foot of snow in the past 2 or 3 days. So speaking of, always working on the podcast, the Stardom Cast, always pumping out great material for the friends and family of the Stardom Cast. If you listen to this past week's show, I made mention that right before I was getting ready to leave for work on Thursday, the show from the 12th just dropped on Stardom World. I did not get a chance to watch it or review it. Rob did on the podcast. I did make mention that I would make a YouTube video going over just a quick review in my Stardom scale rating. So folks, that's what this little YouTube video is going to be. I'm just going to run through the matches from the show on the 12th, give you the results, give you my star ratings, and hopefully you all enjoy this video. If you don't care about my star ratings or review, you can kind of just pass through this. Anywho, match number 1, numero uno, Suzuki defeats Yuzuki with the Dolphin Buster, the half and half slam at 9 minutes and 54 seconds. I had this one at 3.5 stars. I thought this was another great showing from the rookie Yuzuki. I thought she looked really well here. Great job on Suzuki giving Yuzuki. Say that 3 times fast. Suzuki and Yuzuki, and then Hazuki's in the next match. Anywho, Suzu does a great job getting Yuzuki over in this match. I know a lot of the Suzuki fans are kind of a little worried on where they're going with Suzu ever since she lost the World of Stardom Championship match to Micah at Dream Queendom. They're worried about her booking. Folks, I'm a ginormous fan of Suzuki. I wouldn't worry. This is what Stardom does. You have to you got to cool them down to build them back up. We saw them, they did it with Julia. We saw them that they did it with Sherry. It's just proper booking. It's smart booking. Suzuki is going to be just fine. I see a goddess of Stardom or a wonder of Stardom championship run in her future in the next 12 to 14 months. And she's only like 21, 22. So calm down, folks. She'll be just fine. Match number 2 is Saki Kashima. Steal a win. Yes, steal a win over Hazuki and Lady C in a 3-way. This is a fun match. A lot of hard-hitting stuff with Hazuki and Lady C. Saki Kashima coming in and stealing the Kishikasai onto Lady C for the 3 count. 7 minutes, 45 seconds. This one I gave the 3 3/4 stars. Match number 3 saw the team of Starlight Kid and Ruaka defeating the EXV team of Waka and Micah when Ruaka hits the freezer bomb. Ruaka hits the freezer bomb onto Waka at 10 minutes and 30 seconds. I had this one another 3.5 stars. This was really smart booking considering the fact that earlier this morning, actually I just got done watching it, Starlight Kid and Ruaka were on the CMLL New Japan Fantastic Mania show. So great job just building up Starlight Kid and Ruaka, getting them a big win over a match that has the current World of Stardom champion. Micah was really good here. Her exchanges, and Rob even told me on the show and after the show, her exchanges with Micah were something that were really, really good. And I would love to see a Micah versus Starlight Kid match somewhere down the road for the World of Stardom Championship. Starlight Kid has never challenged anybody for the World of Stardom Championship. I think that would be a really good one. That would be a really good one. I don't think anybody would say no to that. Match number 4 saw the God's Eye team of Shuri, Rana Yugami, Ami Sourei, and Mirai defeat my favorite, the Queen's Quest team of Miyu Amasaki, Azumi, Sai Kamatani, and Utami Hayashishita. This was some really, really good stuff, especially with Shuri and Miyu Amasaki. She made Miyu work for it. It's really cool how when you get the main 3 of Queen's Quest, Azumi, Sai Kamatani, and Utami Hayashishita, they just build towards whoever they're in the ring with, whether it's a Lady C, the 4th person on their team, whether it's Lady C. Speaking of Azumi, there she is. Whether it is Lady C or whether it's Hina, or whether it's Miyu Amasaki. But we've been seeing Miyu be part of this trio quite a bit as they're building her up for her future Stardom Championship match with Rina. Really good stuff here. Rana Yugami was great. She was able to kind of keep up a lot with Azumi and Sai Kamatani as well. Anytime you get Shuri and Utami in the ring, all of us diehard Stardom fans, we kind of stand up a little bit more because we're so excited because those two have instant chemistry. Shuri 3 matches in a row, wins with a rear naked choke, which I absolutely love. I'm a huge fan of that move. It's a move that I use quite often in my matches in the independent wrestling, and it's a really easy submission to use, and the psychology of it is so simple. And I like, again, Sherry. She's the most legit shooter in all of Joshi, and she's been using the rear naked choke. Sherry gets the rear naked choke here on Miyu Amasaki. 13 minutes, 11 seconds, 3 3/4 stars. Match number 5 sees the Cosmic Angels team of Tam Nakano defeating the team of Mei Sierra and Sayaka Kurora. Really good stuff here, especially with Sayaka Kurora and Tam Nakano. Tam Nakano is obviously a main eventer for this company. Former World of Stardom champion, former Wonder of Stardom champion, former Goddess of Stardom champion, Artist of Stardom. She's, made it to the finals of the 2022 5-Star Grand Prix. Yuna Mizumori is somebody definitely to be on the lookout for, pending on where she goes come the spring, what company she stays with. If she stays with Stardom, I can see her having a really good run in the 5-Star Grand Prix because she's fantastic in the ring. Whatever she teams up with, she just has instant chemistry with. But the main crux of this match was Sayaka Kurora just taking a beating from Tam Nakano. Tam with these spin kicks, and she hits like this violent shooting off the top rope. Like we've seen her do the big knee drop off the top rope, and a lot of times with Natsupoi when they're part of Meltear, where Tam will hit the knee, the opponent will fall to the ground, and then Natsupoi will hit the Pharaoh Gift, the twisting splash. But this is like the stiffest one she ever hit. Eventually, she pins Sayaka Kurora. And Sayaka did a great job keeping up with Tam, eating all the strikes, feeding too. Whenever I'm seeing somebody throwing some wicked strikes, especially against a rookie, I want to see how that rookie or the newcomer is going to feed for the strikes, making sure she's feeding to the proper part to not only make the strikes look good, to make sure that she's being safe. And Tam was safe with her strikes. Sayaka Kurora, perfect feeding job here. Obviously, the high-speed champion, Mei Sierra, was terrific as well. Her stuff with Tam was great. 14 minutes, 35 seconds, saw the finish of this match when Tam Nakano hitting the violent shooting onto the rookie and one, Sayaka Kurora. 3.5 stars after this match. Sayaka Kurora wants to become part of Cosmic Angels, and basically Tam Nakano and Yuna Mizumori say she will be an apprentice, and I think she will fit the void very well, considering the fact that all we had in Cosmic Angels a few months ago was Saori Anou, who was a freelancer, Yuna Mizumori, and then Tam and Natsupoi were injured. Now it really seems like we're starting to beef back up Cosmic Angels, one of the most popular factions in all of Stardom. Match number 6, the co-main event, saw Julia and Mai Sakurai. Oh my Julia, taking on the team of Momo Watanabe and Natsuko Tora to a double countout. The XL team, the Oedo Tai team. This basically was just a match to build towards the pay-per-view that happened later last night, in Korakuen Hall, the main event of Julia versus Natsuko Tora, which obviously Rob and I will have a full review on coming up this week, and it was a very great show, considering the fact they didn't give much time to build, and for a pay-per-view, you're kind of like, is this pay-per-view quality? And Stardom hit it out of the park like they always do, and with this main event of Julia and Tora from Korakuen Hall, again, that myself and Rob will be covering later on our next week, the main event, the no DQ. This sets the table. Obviously, Momo Watanabe, she's terrific. Mai Sakurai does a great job teaming with Julia. Julia does a great job putting where she needs Mai to be in certain spots. Momo and Julia have a really great chemistry together, very underrated chemistry. And fortunately, with Julia looking like she's going out the door, looks like, her contract's going to be up here in about 5-6 weeks, and doesn't plan on re-signing. Looks like she's going to go help Rossi out for a few months before she heads over here to the States to WWE, so we're not going to see much Momo and Julia interactions, but regardless, this match was really great, hard-hitting, again, ending in a double countout. And again, the main crux of this match was to build towards Tora versus Julia. No disqualification for the New Japan Strong Championship in Korakuen Hall. 3.5 stars for that double countout. Folks, we go to the main event where we see the Stars team of Mayu Iwatani, Hanan, Saida defeating the EXV team of Mina Shirakawa, Xena, and Hanako. When Hanan, very impressively, is able to hit the Hanan special and pin Hanako 1, 2, 3, 15 minutes, 50 seconds, 3 3/4 stars. Again, I like that Stardom is giving the matches time to tell their story. We don't know what the roster is going to look like in the next 3 or 4 months. So the roster may be thinning out just a little bit. So why not do these shows 6 or 7 matches and have the last 2 or 3 matches go somewhere 15, 16, 17 minutes and give the wrestlers time to tell their story. Mayu was great here. They're doing a great job of building to Mayu and Mina, which is taking place next week. Yeah, the end of the month. Time flies when you're having fun. That was the main crux of this match, to build to Mayu and Mina. But the team, the New Blood Tag Team Champions of Wingori, Hanan and Saida, they did a great job here. Xena looks fantastic. She was great. She was only in, if you remember last year in Stardom, she was only in Stardom for a handful of months for Club Venus. So we really didn't get to see her flush anything out like we saw with Mariah May or Megan Bayne, because those two had an extended stay in Stardom, where Xena's just absolutely crushing it. Everything she's been doing so far, just has been back in Stardom's been really good. And Hanako has been excellent as well. So again, really good stuff here. The main crux again was to build to Mayu and Mina, and then to get more reps for the rookie Hanako and for Xena to get more acclimated back into the Stardom fold. Folks, that's going to wrap it up. I'm just going to kind of turn this way here so you can see all the fantastic stuff we have here in the Stardom Cast podcast room right here in the snowy middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. That's going to wrap it up, folks. Thanks for letting me do this little podcast, because I couldn't review it on the podcast, the little YouTube video. Hope you enjoyed it. Questions, comments, let me know what you guys think of the show, and any suggestions, hit in the comment section. Stay safe, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care.